Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Swinand here. Welcome back to another Rocket League car design episode, and in today's episode we're using the brand new Porsche 911 GT3 RS, and my goodness, does this thing look good or what? I've always loved the design of Porsches, and this is just absolutely no exception. Now, before we get into today's episode, I do want to say, if you are a fan of any of my car designs throughout my entire channel, you can use it on this Porsche 911. I actually really decided to stick with the clean mentality of this Porsche. I don't know why, but don't worry, there are some animated ones, but they are still pretty clean animated designs. I don't know why. I really didn't want to mess up with the Porsche here, but yeah, so most of them are really clean. But again, if you want to use any car designs throughout my entire channel, you definitely can. I just decided to, like I said, stay with the cleaner versions of this car. So yeah, but before we get into today's episode, I want to talk about today's sponsor, which is Streetwear. Streetwear is a brand new clothing brand inspired by minimalism and simplicity. Their online store just went live recently, and their clothing is very high quality. And if you use my code SPORTAN, you can get 10% off of your next order. Follow the link in the description and down below to access their website and place your next order today. Now, let's get into the car designs. So let's get started with the first car design of today's episode, which does have a little bit of a caveat with the wheels wise, and I'll get into that in just a second. So starting off, we do have the Porsche 911 GT3 RS car for both sides here. For the decal, we are using the GT3 RS signature decal, keeping it nice and clean. For the colors, for the prime of the blue side, we do have a purple with the accent as black. And then for the prime of the orange side here, we do have a crimson, that classic Porsche crimson, with the accent as black. For the paint finish, both the blue and the orange side, we have the primary as pearlescent matte, and then the accent as matte. For the wheels, we do have the nipper wheels painted crimson for the orange side, and then for the blue side, we do have the nipper wheels painted purple. So the reason why I chose the colors is, well, because it's super clean looking. Again, I really wanted to stay with that clean design. Now, I decided to go with the pearlescent matte here because I feel like everything else just kind of, it looked good, don't get me wrong, like glossy or like anodized pearl, but like that's what glossy looks like. But that pearlescent matte gives it such like a deep color that I absolutely love on this Porsche here. So that's why I decided to go with that. Same with the orange side here. I went with the pearlescent because it just gives it a little bit of that darker feeling. Now, obviously, if you change the color of the primary, it will change depending on how you like it. But I think that crimson and black looks absolutely phenomenal. Now, there is a little bit of a caveat to this design that I must say. As you know, when you do buy the Porsche 911, it comes with the Porsche 911 GT3 RS Pyro Red. So without the nipper wheels, if you can, like, this fits perfectly. Like, this looks good. You could probably actually get away with this orange side here. But if you do have the nipper wheels painted purple for the blue side, that would definitely look a little bit better. Now, any purple wheel also might look a little bit better as well regarding, like, now, if you want to use the Porsche 911 GT3 RS wheels that come with the car, so basically this entire design, besides the boost and the trail, can be done with just the Porsche like that you bought. So if you only have these wheels or something, this also does look really good. It does match, but the purple I think gives it a little bit more. But if you don't have purple, that's okay. But this orange side, it fits still. It looks still so good. So yeah, if you want to, you actually can do this entire design based off of the Porsche that you bought, because I still use the GT3 RS decal that comes with it. So everything that regarding that can be. But if you want to add some color to it, like I said, you can use the purple nipper wheels. Those also look pretty good as well. But even the Porsche 911 GT3 RS wheels still look pretty good. For the boost, I decided to keep it ultra clean where you can't even see the boost, and that is going to be black ion for both sides. Just super clean. Now, you can do ion red if you do want to, which actually does look pretty good. But if you really just want to keep it as clean as possible, the black ion does work the best. I think ion red is actually free too. So if you have ion red, that could also work. And if you have ion purple, that also works pretty well as well. So if you don't have black ion, don't stress about it too much. For the trail, again, super clean, not even visible. We do have Rally Tracks 2. And if you want to go cleaner, Rally Tracks 1 as well. But Rally Tracks 2, you can barely see the trail and stuff like that. So it looks so good. So this is the orange side, and like I said, you can use the pyro red wheels that do come with the Porsche. So basically this entire design, besides the boost and maybe the trail, you can use without even like using other items. So that's why I kind of focused on it a little bit. So we do have the pyro red wheels if you want to, but yeah, I did choose the crimson and black color combination because I feel like that's just such classic Porsche colors. And then for the blue side here as well, we have the normal. That's what the normal Porsche wheels look like, or you can use the purple nipper wheels as well with that pearlescent matte. That purple and black paint finish does look very good as well. So getting into the next car design, we do have the Mainliner decal. So this is another one of those that is clean, but also animated for the people that do enjoy an animated version. So starting off, we do have the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. For the decal, it is the Mainliner unpainted for both sides. For the colors for the prime of the blue side, we do have a blue with the accent as a dark gray. And then for the prime of the orange side here, we do have an orange with the accent as dark gray. For the wheels, we do have the Reaper wheels painted orange for the orange side. And then for the blue side, they are the Reaper wheels painted cobalt. So this is the blue side. And like I said, I wanted to keep it clean, but also a little animated, add some like flair to it, but still clean at the same time. We do have the Mainliner unpainted. Now, the cool thing about the unpainted Mainliner is it automatically gets all three colors of the Reaper wheels. So as you can see, we have the primary as a blue with the accent as gray, which is the two colors from the Reaper wheels, but that automatic third color as black is which I think is what makes the design. I just think it comes together so nicely and it looks so good on the Reaper wheels. And then same for the orange side here, we do have the orange with the accent as gray, again with that third color is the automatic black to kind of match that Reaper treads and stuff like that. So very cool. I do like this. I think it's really clean, but also a little, flair, like, it provides something. So for the boost, we do have the standard, just standard unpainted basically. That's basically what it is. I just thought this was pretty cool. And then for the boost side, it is standard blue. For the trail, it is the Hackswerve 3 painted cobalt for the blue side. And then for the orange side here, it is the Hackswerve 3 painted orange. So this is the orange side. And like I said, it's clean, but it's also a little animated. And that's something that I really wanted and that I was striving for throughout this entire design. So just a little heads up on that one. But we do have a nice color as orange with the accent as gray, again, to match the Reaper wheels, and that automatic third color as black to really match that Reaper type style. And then for the blue side here, we do have that nice primary as blue with the accent as that dark gray, again, matching perfectly with the Reaper wheels. So getting into the next car design, we do have I know, this one's a little bright, okay? It's a little flashy, but it's still clean. For people that really like the brighter colors, sometimes they don't because the try-hard ones aren't as bright, but you know what? It's some pretty clean wheels. So starting off, we do have the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. For the decal, it is the stripes decal that actually comes with the Porsche 911. Now, I will say, if you want to, you can use the Flames one, you can use the GT3 RS again if you want, you can use the Lightning one, or you can use the Wings one. It really is up to you. I really like the stripes one. I just think it's really nice and clean. For the colors, for the primary of the blue side, we do have a forest green with the accent as gray. Man, I used a lot of gray in this episode. For the primary of the orange side, we do have a saffron with the accent as gray yet again. For the paint finishes, both the blue and the orange side and the primary and the accent, we do have anodized pearl. For the wheels, we have the emeralds painted saffron for the orange side. And then for the blue side, it is the emeralds painted forest green. So, like I said, the reason why I decided to use this car is because it's flashy, but it's also clean. I know a lot of like the try-hard car designs aren't as flashy, but I thought this one was still pretty cool if you like that bright colors. Plus, the emerald wheels look fantastic on this Porsche car with the anodized pearl. Looks absolutely fantastic. Same for the orange side here. I know the saffron is a flashbang basically going off, but it doesn't look that bad in game, I promise you. But yeah, we have that saffron and gray color combination with that anodized pearl, really matching these emeralds perfectly. For the boost, staying along the theme of, it's supposed to be Ion, but staying along the theme, we do have the Ion Saffron, Ion Yellow for the orange side. And then for the boost side, it is Ion Green. So yeah, staying with the whole like anodized kind of feel to it, it's the Ion Green for the blue side. For the trail, we have, man, I really don't know what happened to my settings here, but we do have Laser Wave 3 painted forest green for the blue side. Let me add that right here. But the Laser Wave 3 painted forest green is for the blue side here, which I do think looks pretty good. I think it stays with the whole ion type feeling. So there it is, the Laser Wave 3 painted forest green for the blue side. And then for the orange side, like I said, Laser Wave 3 painted saffron, really staying with that whole like ion type feeling. So this is the orange side, and like I said, I know it's a little bright. Pretty bright is actually a pretty good word with it, or very bright, but that saffron and gray looks absolutely fantastic, especially with the anodized pearl and the emerald wheels. I think it looks incredible. Same for the blue side here, we do have that nice forest green with that anodized pearl. Then the accent as gray, I think looks really good, especially with these emerald wheels. And man, this car just looks so good. So getting into the next design, because I do have 5 designs in today's episode, but the next car design is the Nagamaki wheels. Now, I decided to include 5 designs in today's episode because this one is kind of going against my rule of using another decal that's only for the Porsche. But this is the first wheel that I thought of when I saw this decal. So starting off, we do have the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. For the decal, it is the speed sketch that does come with the Porsche. Now, there's a lot of great decals that come with the Porsche that I would have loved to use, but they're just too, like, in my opinion, like, too easy to do. Like, the RL Grid, definitely would have used that one. But, you know, sometimes I like to actually use designs that I could kind of colorize, but I had to include the speed sketch decal with these wheels. So, yeah, there are no colors because it comes with automatic colors. But for the wheels, it is the Nagamaki wheels from the Neo Tokyo aftermarket, and it's got that same exact vibe as the speed sketch decal. Now, I'm not sure if they did this on purpose, but my goodness, does it match so perfectly in my opinion. I mean, look at this. If you're looking for something clean and try hard and you have these wheels, it looks pretty good. Now, as we're on today, since it's not a full, I will include one of them that I did think about that I was really going to do, and this was the RL Grid decal. So let me take off Bacchus mod here, and let me show you the decal that or the wheels that I wanted to do with this car, which I do think looks pretty good if you include it. Now, a lot of black wheels do look really good with this decal no matter what, but you could include League Shield in this if you want to give that whole Rocket League vibe, since technically speaking, it is a Rocket League decal. But I felt like the best one to use was actually this one right here. Where is it? Give me one sec. Oh, there it is. Black Moonzonic? Sorry. Anyway, I felt like this one was also so good to use. I wanted to use another design with it, but like this just looks so good. Even the unpainted one, I think this looks the best. But if, like I said, if you do want to use Rocket League, like kind of design wise around the Porsche, Rocket Shield or Shield, that one that we saw, that one is also really good. So yeah, I just wanted to include that one, but Speed Sketch, that is the main one in today's like design episode. Basically, I think the Nagamaki wheels look absolutely fantastic, and also to match, we do have the Super Magna Bolt 3 painted black, which gets the exact same vibe of this whole car, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. For the trail, same thing. We have the black Hack Swerve 3 for both sides, and I just think it looks absolutely fantastic. And I was honestly shocked that this decal looked so good, because like I said, when I first saw this decal, I was like, wait a second, those are those wheels from Neo Tokyo aftermarket. And yeah, I just think it looks absolutely fantastic. So now, getting into the final car design of today's episode, we do have the... Now, I know this one is a little bit more flashy, but I had to include at least one, but I still think I was kind of still hitting that like clean style of it. But starting off, we do have the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. For the decal, it is actually the BPM. Never seen it, never used it, but it looks pretty good on the Porsche, I will say. For the colors, for the bottom of the blue side, we have a dark purple with the accent as a light purple. For the orange side, we do have a burnt sienna with the accent as orange. For the wheels, they are the Diamond-X inverted painted orange, or sorry, not painted orange, painted burnt sienna for the orange side. And then for the blue side, it is the Diamond-X inverted painted purple. So, like I said, this one's a little bit more flashy, but I wanted to include at least some colors. So for this blue side here, we do have that dark primary as the purple, with the accent as a lighter purple, really matching the Diamond-X inverted. Now, this decal does look pretty similar to the Diamond-X inverted, but I will say, I just think it's mostly the colors that I really loved about the BPM decal. I just think they look great on the Porsche here. But I will say, the orange side is definitely my favorite. With that burnt sienna as the primary, with the accent as orange, I think that looks absolutely fantastic. And I do think the Diamond X inverteds do look pretty good with it. Maybe you can use like a cleaner wheel with it, but I still think the Diamond X inverteds do look pretty good. For the boost, we do have the Radiant Gush painted burnt sienna for the orange side. And then for the blue side, it is the Radiant Gush painted purple. For the trail, we do have the Hackswerve 3 painted purple for the blue side. And then for the orange side, it is the Hackswerve 3 painted burnt sienna. So this is the orange side. And like I said, this is definitely my favorite side. I don't know what it is, but I loved the way the decals or the colors looked on the BPM with the Porsche 911. I just think it looks absolutely fantastic with it. So that's why I decided to really use the BPM decal. Now, like I said, it is animated and it's still on the cleaner side. So maybe you can change the wheels if you want. But I do think it looks overall very good and very clean, but also a little flashy. Same with the blue side here. We got that primary as a dark purple with the accent as a lighter purple. I think that looks pretty good. And yeah, that's basically it though for today's episode. Like I said, you can use any of my car designs throughout my entire channel on this Porsche 911 GT3 RS. So yeah, if you don't like any of these, you can definitely use something else if you would like. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys in the next episode.